All right, and one more for today. This is one of my favorite books. It's really funny, and it's called What? Cried Granny, an almost bedtime story by Kate Lum, pictures by Adrian Johnson. This book's quite funny. Here we go. It's about a little boy named Patrick and what he does when he has a sleepover with his grandma. There we go. All right. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Patrick who was having his first ever sleepover with his grandma at his granny's house. As the sun began to set, Granny said, "Patrick, dear boy, it will be dark soon. Time to get ready for bed." "But Granny," said Patrick, "I don't have a bed here." "What?" cried Granny. She ran out of to her yard where some tall trees were growing, and she chopped one down. She carried it to her workroom, opened her toolbox, and made Patrick a fine bed. Then she painted it a restful shade of blue, put a comfy red mattress on it, and took it to the bedroom. "There you are, dear boy," said Granny. "Now climb into bed, lay your head on your pillow, and sail off to dreamland." "But Granny," said Patrick, "I don't have a pillow here." "What?" cried Granny. She ran out to her henhouse, woke up the chickens, and collected a big batch of feathers. She took them to her sewing room, where she made a bag out of cloth. Then she stuffed it with the feathers, sewed it up neatly, and gave it to Patrick. "There you are, dear boy," said Granny. "Now climb into bed, lay your head on your pillow, tuck the blanket under your chin, and I'll kiss you goodnight." "But Granny," said Patrick, "I don't have a blanket here." "What?" cried Granny. She ran outside and headed for the hills where a flock of fat sheep were snoozing. She sheared off their wool and ran right back to the house. She took the wool to her basement, spun it into yarn, knitted a fuzzy warm blanket, and dyed it the prettiest shade of twilight purple. When it was dry, she carried it upstairs and spread it on the bed. "Now, dear boy," said Granny, "climb into your bed, lay your head on your pillow, tuck the blanket under your chin, give your teddy bear a hug, and turn out the light." "But Granny," said Patrick, "I don't have a teddy bear here." "What?" cried Granny. She grabbed her emergency sewing kit, tore down the living room curtains, cut, sewed, stuffed, added button eyes and a red ribbon, and made a teddy bear for Patrick. And if you look, it's a giant teddy bear. That's a dog, and here's the granny up there. Okay, so it's a giant teddy bear. "Now, Patrick," cried Granny, "climb into bed, lay your head on your pillow, tuck your blanket under your chin, give your teddy bear a hug, and go to sleep." "But Granny," said Patrick, "it's morning." "What?" cried Granny. The end. I think if you look at those pictures, the whole time Patrick was playing with toys, watching TV, stuff like that. And I think he was trying to trick his grandma into letting him stay up all night. I hope you guys never do that, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.